Hello heathens and welcome to my channel. I am Beauty Heathen and welcome to today's pick a card reading. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what deck wants to be used for the actual pick a cards. So give me 1 second. Gaia Oracle is drawing me. So let's shuffle these up and get them set. How about that? As always, I am shuffling on screen, or on camera, so there's not any questions about how things are showing up. Let me adjust that. There we go. Just means you may get to watch me fumble as I shuffle the cards a bit because I have itty bitty hands and very big cards. Come on. Like so. So, how was everybody's day today? Is everybody staying home? Are you guys out and about and having to go to your day job? How are things going for you guys? I know a lot of people are doing the self-quarantine. I personally cannot do that. I work in the medical field. So because of that, people have to be constantly tended to. And while I do not work with patients, I work with products that go out to hospitals and have to be sent back and evaluated and tested. So yeah, we are taking some precautions at my workplace where we will be basically quarantining our mail for a few days and spraying it with some Lysol, obviously on the outside because we don't want the internal products being affected, and seeing how things go. One more shuffle should do. But yeah, go ahead and let me know in the comments, how are things going for you? Are you home? Are you having to go to work? How are you maintaining your sanity? And one more. Okay. So as you can see, I drew everything down. So I have no idea what these cards say. I have no idea what is going to come up. And we will see. I think... Let me pick out some crystals. Let's do this one here. Let's do this one here. Just trying to do something different. The Rainbow Moonstone is calling me for some reason, so I will listen. I put the crystals towards the bottom of the cards, that way if they act as a distraction you can always cover them up with your finger or anything on the screen and just look at the cards. As always, what I personally do is I look away from the screen, I close my eyes and I go, which one is for me? Which one is for me? Which one is for me? And then I look back at the screen and usually one pops out at me. But go ahead and take some time and I will give you a little bit of quiet so you can figure out which card is yours. And with that, let's get right into the readings. Group 1, Rainbow Moonstone. Let's see what the cards have to say to you today. This is Rainbow Moonstone. For some reason it called out that it wanted to go to you, so let's see. Loss, grief, sadness, resurrection. Well, it could very well be that you are currently presently going through some sort of loss, but keep in mind that there is a more positive word there. It says resurrection. So it may very well be that whatever you've been going through, whatever kind of loss you may be dealing with right now, you're coming to a time where the heaviness of it is starting to dissipate. So let's see what the energy oracle cards have to say to you. Group 1. Group 1. Group 1. I'm going to do a really good shuffle on these because I just used these before I started the video, or started recording this, because I wanted to see if there was any change from the coronavirus video that I did on the channel last time, because I wasn't sure if there could be a change in the message at all, because I did that one during Mercury retrograde, but nothing's really changed and shifted. So we will see how things play out. Yeah, I'm shuffling these a little bit longer than usual. I just want to make sure that they're really, really well shuffled. And what do you have to say to group 1? And that will do it. Crown chakra. So whatever is going on, calling in your intuition. Heart chakra. So definitely have some chakra work to do. Harmony. Disruption. So I get the feeling that the disruption applies to whatever loss was incurred here. Yeah, it looks like your world was kind of turned upside down a bit. Partnerships and alliances, prosperity begins. Heartache and loss, that's the second time it's come up. Third eye chakra. And moving on. So yeah, all in all, not entirely negative, but obviously with heartache and loss, disruption, you need to do some work with your chakras, crown chakra, third eye chakra, and heart chakra. Heart chakra does not surprise me at all, because when we incur a loss, it of course affects our heart, and that's where we feel that loss, that grief, and everything of that nature. But with the moving on card, that indicates to me that this cycle of grief is likely coming to an end, because I do see the harmony card, partnerships and alliances, and prosperity begins. So it looks like whatever you've been going through, whatever you've been enduring is coming to an end, and things are going to start to get better for you soon. But let me do a little bit more delving into things. Yeah, I just want to make sure I put things the right way. Something for some reason is drawing me to the romance deck. I don't know why, but when it beckons, I must listen. So let's see, what do you have to say to group 1? As always, I am a no BS reader. Whatever messages come through, you're going to get it live If I got good news for you, you'll hear it. If I got bad news for you, you'll hear it. So what do you have to say to group 1? This is my deck that I bought when I was in Ireland a couple years ago. I love Ireland. I hope to go back at some point. But there's also other countries on the list. I would love to go to Scotland. I would love to go to Japan, New Zealand. So, we shall see. What do you have to say to group 1? Past life relationship, flirt, new love. Yay! Some good news coming in. Some good news coming in. So, and that kind of goes back with the, where's that card? Where are you? Heart chakra, partnerships and alliances and harmony. I mean, look at that harmony card. Prosperity begins. That's still a hand on a hand. So, these 3 cards from that previous one, and although you have loss, it looks like you're coming into a resurrection wave. So things are, whatever was going on here is ending. Things are going to get better and things are going to improve. You do have a new love coming in. You do have prosperity, harmony, partnerships and alliances. I know it can be difficult, especially when you're grieving and when you've been grieving, to really want to give things a chance, but this is telling you, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So whatever you sense is the right direction for you, take it. Don't listen to people saying, no, don't do this, don't do that. They're not the ones walking your path. They're not the ones walking in your shoes. You have to do what's right for you. It looks like it is some sort of soulmate, past life relationship. And you are being called to flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So I get the feeling that this romantic relationship is going to be very healing for you. There's going to be a lot of positive things that come with it. Let's see what the universal wisdom, whoopsie, has to say. I really either need to get myself a bigger table or I need to make sure I declutter my table before I start these things, because, yeah, it's a little bit cluttered at the moment. So, butterfly is the symbol of transformation. So, what do you have to say to group 1? Oop. My bad. There we go. Cards are still a little bit tacky. Get in there. Thank you. Trying to make sure I'm somewhat in camera. I know it's can be a little bit difficult sometimes. Oops. And then one more shuffle. And let's see what it has to say to group 1. Eternity. Lilac mist. Dreaming of you. So perhaps you've been dreaming of this person in love. One more. Blue Angel. That's a beautiful card. Where this is a new deck, let me break out the book. Dreaming of You and Love is kind of self-explanatory, but these other three might be a little bit different. Eternity. This card is encouraging you to detach from the restrictions of your mind and look at your life from a more universal perspective. If you try to make your life fit entirely into human logic, you are always going to get to a point where it will no longer make any real sense. Trying to make sense of every part of your life is like trying to piece together a jigsaw puzzle while having only a few pieces of the puzzle in your possession. It is human nature to strive to work everything out and control things, yet the eternal nature of life is beyond human understanding. This message for you at this time in your life is to focus on the spiritual side of life. Observe your thoughts and fears and consciously surrender them to the universe. Feel the spirit of nature and her changing seasons. Observe how all of nature is in perfect order, how she accepts all that transpires in this world. Rejoice in the feeling of timelessness that swells within your heart when surrounded by nature's beauty. Let's see, Lilac Mist. Okay, this one. Yeah, it's basically talking about moving forward. Interesting how it's talking about eternal flame constantly radiating love. What you perceive to be a setback or failure is the universe's way of guiding your life to bigger and better things. Focus on the light inside your heart, for love will transform your life. Interesting. And Blue Angel. Archangel Michael. It has shown up in your reading to offer you support with troubling issue or situation. Michael offers you healing and will help you overcome any obstacle, fear, or doubt you face. Yet, in order for this healing to occur, you must be willing to surrender your problem or concern to Michael. Trust. The situation will either be healed or Michael will help you energetically detach from it. Know that whatever the outcome, it will without a doubt be for the highest good of all concerned. The phrase that coincides with that card is, "Jewels of peace I bestow from the sky above are cast oceans of love." So yeah, in your meditation practices, in whatever you may be doing to try to deal with whatever loss you have incurred, try to surrender the feelings from that to Archangel Michael. And if you are somebody who's not Christian watching this, angels are not a Christian construct. They were just kind of appropriated by the Christian church. Angels are far, far, far more ancient and all-knowing than Christianity has been around. So, although he goes by Archangel Michael, he's still someone you can call on regardless of what your faith and path may be. So, let's see. Let me do the Whispering Woods. And then the Indigo Angel wants to talk to you as well, it seems. Group 1. Group 1. Group 1. Oh, okay. So, patience. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. Time. Embrace the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. Strength. When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. So yeah, everything is telling you that everything's going to be okay. You just really need to focus and be patient with yourself and allow yourself to grieve and heal from whatever loss you have incurred. And I have 2 more decks that wanted to speak to you. Indigo Angel, which doesn't entirely surprise me with the fact that you had Archangel Michael show up. So, this one in Sacred Traveler. Eee. Can I please shuffle the cards? Okay, let's do this. Alright. What do you have to say to group 1? Okay. 1, 2, 3. There you go. That makes perfect sense. Divine timing is going to come into play when it comes to meeting your soulmate and finding that person. So I want you to know that they are coming, but not hold on to the thought that they are coming. Just know that it's going to happen, but it's going to happen within its own time, which I think is another reason why patience came up in the Whispering Woods, because that's going to take time to show up. How long? I'm not entirely sure, but we will see. Self-reflection is about taking time to look inward, go inward, really focus on healing from the loss that you have incurred, whatever kind of loss it may have been. This is actually encouraging you to also maybe try a physical outlet. So, and this doesn't necessarily mean you have to go anywhere and, do anything athletic. Maybe throw on some music in your house and dance around and allow the music to just move through you and move with you. And sometimes just that physical movement can be very cathartic and healing in and of itself. And then let's see what Sacred Traveler has to say. Trying not to have all of my decks out of their boxes simultaneously, because that's when it tends to get a little bit crazy in here. Alright. New deck. Love this deck. It's beautiful. I love the mandala artwork on the back of it. So, let's see. What do you have to say to group 1? Hey. Let's try that again. Whoop. Whoop. You know when they pop out. Let's do one more shuffle. Okay, so let's see what this one. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Uncovering treasure beneath the surface lies a great bounty. So That goes in with that prosperity card again, and rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. So yeah, you are definitely having good things coming. You are definitely having things make a positive shift in your life. And I know, especially when you're grieving any kind of loss, be it of a pet, a family member, a friend, anything of that nature, it can be difficult to hold on to hope sometimes. And sometimes it feels like it's never, ever, ever going to end. It's never going to stop. There's never going to be any end. But based off of everything I'm getting in your cards, it's absolutely, everything is saying, don't worry, things are going to get better really soon. So yeah, I hope this reading brings you some glad tidings and help. And go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know how your day has been. Let me know if this reading resonated for you. And I will catch you next time. Okay, Clear Quartz, this reading is for you. So let me go ahead and put the stone to the side. And your card is Amethyst, Transformation, Certainty, and Confidence. So could even be that the amethyst crystal might be beneficial to you at this time. But let me sit here and see what decks are guiding. Looks like this one first. Okay, let me move some cards around because I know I just put them back on top. This card wanted to speak to the group before yours as well, so let's see. What do you have to say to group 2? Group 2. Group 2. Let's see. If there's ever any kind of reading that you would like me to do, any kind of subject or any kind of targeted information that you're looking for, go ahead and leave me a comment down below and I will try to accommodate that. I have no problem doing particular subject card readings if that's something that you're looking for. I can certainly do my best to accommodate that. Let's see. Lady of the Rose, Rose Quartz, the Universe, and Rest. So that doesn't entirely surprise me. Rest often comes with transformation and things to that extent because it can be a very trying experience and exhausting one. The Universe is about, I'm just going to read the little blurb that comes with it. It says, "Come open the golden doors and enter the universe within you. Eternity exists inside your heart." So, come on. There it is. Rose Quartz. As you weave the tapestry of your life, allow each stitch to be sewn with love. Rose Quartz has shown up in your reading today to encourage you to reflect upon and examine how you truly feel about yourself and your life. So that may even signify that you need to do some self-healing. And Lady of the Rose says, like many, you may have been led to believe that in order to gain knowledge you must study and follow existing formulas, doctrines, and beliefs. While study is undoubtedly a rich and rewarding experience, it is also true that all you need is to know all that you need to know is inside you. So this is this is another one talking about relaxation. So it looks like the transformation, the certainty, and the confidence that is affiliated with this amethyst card is going to come through meditation and allowing yourself to look within. The moon deck is calling me, so open. This box tends to be very tight. Let me take this out. What do you have to say to group 2? Whoop. I am at home in my body and at peace in my spirit. Okay. This one said yes. I meet resistance with kindness. I've got one more for you. And my inner compass knows the way. So this is very much reminiscent with trusting yourself. Trust your intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you. I meet resistance with kindness. So whenever you feel anything giving any sort of resistance to the transformation, relax. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to force it. Just let it be. If you feel resistance, there's usually a reason for that. Could be something you're not quite meant for yet. Could be you have to do a little bit more work in order to attain it or get to it. And so honor that resistance feeling. And I am at home in my body and at peace in my spirit. So this is another rest card. Everything is guiding you to channel your intuition, channel inner peace, guidance, and allow that inner voice to really direct you on your path and where you are supposed to go. Let's see here. Whoop. What do you have to say to group 2? Group 2. Whoop. Okay, adventure, change, and retreat again. You're being told to look within. Adventure, live wild and free. So in the sense of this meaning with transformation, basically that means allow yourself to explore, be it in subject matter, be it in the best way I can put it is, if you feel pulled to something, follow it. It's really the way that I can put it. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. And retreat, of course. It's like your third or fourth time being told, spoil yourself in the morning mist, breathe in nature's sweet scents. So definitely allow yourself time in nature. I know with the current state of things in the world. Everybody's being told to stay home, but I hope that you can at least open a window, or if you have a house, go in the backyard and just try to allow yourself to be part of nature. And if you don't have that ability, what I do recommend is definitely maybe queue up some nature sounds on YouTube or something. Find some videos, nature videos, things of that nature, and or maybe even a nature sound guided meditation. Those in and of themselves can be very therapeutic and healing, even if you physically can't get outside. So what do you have to say to group 2? Group 2. Yep, I got the message. Can you please? Hey. Let's not do that. Okay, hang on a sec. You want to be a pill? Let's try that again. Yes, I do talk to my cards. There we go. Thank you very much. That's all I needed. One last shuffle. Okay. So we have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Unknown territory. Yeah, see, that goes along with exploring. You are exactly where you need to be, but you are being encouraged to delve into things that you haven't started before. Begin now. Take your first step. So if you've been procrastinating, if you've been feeling that pull to start something, if you've been feeling that pull to delve, into a subject matter of any sort, you are being told, stop procrastinating, get to work, start this process. The sooner you start, the sooner you get to where you need to be, and the sooner you grow. And I'm feeling Kuan Yin and energy oracle cards for you. So these two decks actually want to speak with you, which is fine. It's just something's drawing me to this one first, so as soon as I started to put it to the side, I felt that nope. Grab me. So, energy oracle it is. Group 2. What do you have to say to group 2? One more. And top. So let's see what these say. Magician in the Mirror, Cornucopia, which is a prosperity card, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, and 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So it looks like definitely you need to do work on your throat and third eye chakras. Well, throat is largely about speaking. Third eye is very much about building your intuition and getting more in tune with that. So definitely work on that. You do have prosperity coming. Let me just look up the Magician in the Mirror, because that one, off the top of my head, I do not recall. Card 53. Nope. 53. Knowing and using your true power. Okay, so this one is about harnessing your inner strength and harnessing your power. Yeah, you're getting a lot of the same messages over and over again. You do have this great transformation coming, and it's looking like it's very much coming from, yeah, just harnessing your power. Now this deck, if you haven't watched a pick a card that I've done before, I'm going to shuffle these with my eyes closed. This way my eye doesn't focus on any one particular image, because all of the pictures on the back of these cards are different. So I'm keeping my eyes closed as I shuffle in order to ensure that whatever card pops up for you is not affected by my being drawn to any, for, you know, visually at all. So I will say that shuffling with my eyes closed is not entirely the easiest thing to do, so woo, that's not right. What do you have to say to group 2? One more shuffle. Okay. And your Kuan Yin card is this one. And it says, Sisters of the Star Blossoms, whilst we each take our own journey to divine bliss and truth, we have soul friends that love us unconditionally and wish to help us find our way home with the least suffering and greatest joy. When we allow ourselves to be helped, we help others too. It is a spiral of support and love that wishes to connect more with you now. So part of your growing process and looking within and all of that may actually involve connecting with outside people and outside friends or actual sisters. So keep that in mind, and I hope this reading has been beneficial. Go ahead and let me know down below if anything resonated with you. If there's any readings you would like, certain subjects or anything, go ahead and let me know down below, and I'll do my best to fulfill those requests. So with that said, until next time, blessed be. Okay, Fluorite, you have selected this stone, and on to your reading. As always, I have not seen the cards, so purification, water, emotional cleansing, and rejuvenation. Interestingly enough, the Kuan Yin deck wants to speak with you first, which is ironic considering I just literally used this for somebody else. And as per the other reading, and anytime I use this specific deck, I am shuffling it with my eyes closed so that my eye does not get drawn to any specific image or color, and that whatever card or cards pop up for you, it does so of its own volition. Simply because the back of each Kuan Yin card is a different image. So I'm doing my best to do this with my eyes closed. It is not easy. trying to make sure that all the cards stay where they should. And then I'm feeling to do one more like this, so one more. Okay. So this is your Kuan Yin card, and it says, the Celestial Mountain. You have the ability to invoke divine power to call to the Celestial Mountain so that you might be gifted with the spiritual energy you need to attain your goals. Permitting beings that love you unconditionally to help you is an expression of spiritual empowerment. You empower the divine forces that can assist you to come to your aid and help you manifest your visions. So, purification water is a lot about emotional cleansing, rejuvenation. Getting a lot of people's cards tonight talking about rest, rejuvenate, rebirth, restart, fresh starts, all that kind of thing. So, let's see. Feels like this one wants to talk to you next. You'll have to forgive me, the second reading just kind of like wiped me out. I don't know what it was about that specific reading, but it's like all the energy I had just went so, group 2, what do you have to say to group 2? Stop being a pita brain. Shuffle, dang it. Okay. What do you have to say to group 3? Sorry, group 3. What do you have to say to group 3? Let's do another one just because I said the wrong number. Group 3. Whoop. Group 3. And I'm feeling 1, 2, 3. Let's see what this first one says. Thinking woman. Looks like you may have a female mentor or somebody who exhibits a lot of feminine energy. They don't necessarily have to be female. Indecision. Man holding a coin has to do sometimes with money. And the thinking man. So it looks like you have a female and male mentors coming in to help you in this process. And it could very well have to be with, interesting, the thinking man came with the man with a coin, so I don't know what that may have to do with finances or money of some kind. Let me turn off this heater because it's getting a bit warm in here. And the thinking woman, indecision. So the Kuan Yin card talked about trusting in others to help guide you and empower you. So I do see a lot of outside influences helping you with this process of emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. And it could very well be that the thinking woman is going to help guide you on whichever path it is that you may be struggling to decide which way to go. So It kind of reminds me of my Oracle of the Dragon Fae. There's a card in there that says, heed wise counsel. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this, that you are going to have outside forces that are going to be assisting you through this process. So where the other cards and other readings has very much been look within, look within, look within, this one is very much other people are going to help you with this. That it's more of a external assistance. The Moonology deck is drawing me. What do you have to say to group 3? Just say to group 3. May very well be that that card needs to come out. You have to say to group 3. One more. And then one more shuffle. Wow. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. And believe in the impossible. Blue moon. So this is definitely telling you that whatever goals and things that you've been searching for and reaching to attain, you're going to have a good cycle. Kind of reminds me of the upright Wheel of Fortune card, that things are going to start to go your way. And if there's something that you want to do, but wow, excuse me. Like I said, that last ring just that you're not quite sure how it's going to work, that you can't see how it works, is going to happen for you, but have some faith that it's going to help, that what it is that you're looking for to happen is going to happen, even if you can't see how it's going to come to fruition. And that may have to do with that indecision card, like you have one path that you can definitely see how things are going to work out, and you can go down that path, and then you have the path to the thing that you really want, but you're not quite sure how it's going to work out. This is telling you to have faith that making movement to that path or to that thing that you really want is going to happen for you, even if you do not know how and can't make sense of how that's going to be. See, Whispering Woods. I really do love these cards. Let's see. Group 3. You have to say to group 3. Say to group 3. Feeling stop. Patience. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. Time. Embrace the dewdrops and life force of life before they disappear with the morning sun. And forbearance. Do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. That goes back to that card that said, believe in the impossible, have faith it's going to happen. So try to just have faith that even if you can't see how it's going to work, it is going to work out for you. Come on, get in the box. Thank you. And feeling this deck for you, and then finally the Sacred Traveler. Hopefully with that heat off now, and now that it's getting cooler in here again, I'll wake up a little bit more. Just for the time being. You'll have to forgive me. Last night was a very bad sleep night, and I'm recording this on Sunday, so if you watched my Monday video, you know that my anxiety today has been really horrible, which a combination of things can really sap your energy. For some reason that one is poking out. And then one more shuffle. Okay. So we have love, blue angel, power, and purity. Purity, interesting how this image and this image are pretty much the exact same thing. Look at that. So you are definitely, and with water, it could just be that, and I know right now everybody's being urged to stay home. So maybe with staying home, it would help to do a bath of some sort where you're asking that anything that no longer serves you be washed away and washed down the drain and gone and never to return. It may be beneficial to you to listen to nature sounds of like the ocean sounds on like YouTube or something of that nature to help bring that calming flow and sound of the waves crashing and everything of that nature. You might even want to do that while you're doing like a ritual bath or a bath, asking that purity and cleansing find you and that anything that no longer serves you go away. This is very much about a reclamation of power for you. Blue Angel, ironically, these two cards showed up in a previous draw before, so I know these. I have the feeling for love, this has to do more with self-love in this situation. Taking care of yourself, allowing yourself to fall back in love with yourself and with life. And Blue Angel has to do with calling upon Archangel Michael, and this particular card also falls in line with purity and releasing things that no longer serve you, and that if you're personally struggling to do that, call upon Archangel Michael, which if you are somebody who is not Christian, the archangels, all of the angels are much, much more ancient beings than Christianity has been around, or any sort of monotheistic path. These are very ancient spirits, and they were just kind of appropriated by the Christian church. So even though they go by the name of Archangel Michael, they are, regardless of what your belief system is, they will help you if you call upon them for help. So if you're personally struggling to release things yourself, call upon Archangel Michael and say, hey dude, I'm really struggling with this. Could you take this burden that I am struggling to release myself and take it from me and get rid of it for me? And he will do that for you. And do it as many times as you feel you need to, because sometimes, you know, you work to get rid of one thing and another thing pops up, and it just is a repeated process that sometimes you just have to do a few, you know, more than once, and he will absolutely take that away, transmute it, and send it off to the universe to be transmuted into positive energy. And this last deck is summoning for you Sacred Traveler Oracle. Group 3. What do you have to say to Group 3? Or did I do this one already? No, I did not. It's one of those nights, folks. It's one of those nights. So forgive me if I'm a little bit... There we go. That worked. Come on. The same decks are calling over and over and over again for each person. So if I'm losing track of what deck has spoken and what deck has not, forgive me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There you go. There you go. View from above, get the big picture. Miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. Desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. So these are all messages all over again that you have the universe watching out for you. You have the spirit world having your back. You have your guides and guardians. You have the angels. All of these powerful beings watching out for you. The miracles has to do with that path that you're not quite sure how it's going to work out. This is telling you it's going to work out. Just start moving in that direction. Even if you don't see the entire pathway to what it is you're trying to do or what goal you're trying to reach, even if the path is taking you through a windy path and through a forest and all that kind of stuff and you can't see more than 5 feet ahead of you, just keep walking on the path. Desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. So, have faith. Things are going to be okay. Go towards that path less taken, and I hope this reading has resonated with you. I hope that I've been able to give you some form of guidance, and I really hope that it helps you, and feel free to let me know in the comments down below how your day has been, if there's any sort of subject matter or any specific focus you would like to see in a pick-a-card reading or in another reading. Go ahead and leave that in the comments down below as well, and I will do my absolute best to fulfill those requests. And with that, until next time, blessed be. Blue calcite, this is your reading. So this is your stone that you selected. And now let's find out what your card is. Achievement. Yay, we have a good one. Keep focused on your dream. So looks like the Sacred Traveler wants to speak to you. The Universal Wisdom wants to speak to you. Same decks are wanting to speak to everybody tonight, so there's been very little change from person to person as to which deck wants to speak to whom. Although it looks like the Goddess one wants to speak to you. So let's see. Whew. Settle down. Settle down. Sorry, I just had an anxiety spike. Okay. Impasse, vast vistas, and discovering the truth. So impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. Vast vistas, expand your horizons, and discovering truth, you stand in the light of truth. And in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So even though things may not be going exactly the way you expected to or planned to have, because you have this impasse, even the little side journey will take you exactly what it is you're seeking to do, even if it doesn't seem like it will initially. So try to keep that in mind. As I'm using decks, I'm packaging them up because yours is the last reading, so Bear with me. There's another deck that you don't need. I left it out just in case. Yeet. This way it gives me a little bit more room to open the cards that want to speak to you. So, Kuan Yin is calling for you. Goddess Guidance calls next, though. It's actually between this one and Kuan Yin. They both kind of want to talk at the same time. So let's see, what does Goddess Guidance want to say to Group 4? You're the first group that has had this deck want to speak to them tonight, so must have something to say. And then be kind, shuffle. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Artemis. I actually did a video on Artemis, and I'll try to link it up here so you can watch that after this. Bast is about independence. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. She is an Egyptian goddess. Artemis is Greco-Roman. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And then you have Ishtar, who is about setting boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So your primary focus right now is you, only you, and nothing but you. Let's see. And like I've said before, but if this is your first time tuning into this reading, I shuffle this particular deck with my eyes closed because each card has a different image and I don't want my eye getting stuck on a certain photograph, so that your reading stays as pure as possible. I'm going to say to Group 4. Shuffling with your eyes closed is not an easy feat. Sorry for the background noise. I live on a somewhat busy street, and as such, we have a lot of noise. And this is your Kuan Yin goddess. And her card says, Call of the Dancing Crane. The dancing crane moves through the waters and muddy marsh with elegance and grace. Sometimes the waters of our emotional life become stagnant and will benefit from healing movement. Grace and beauty of the dancing crane. The call of the dancing crane is a reminder that sound can be healing too. Explore movement, sound, and beauty to help you heal and release old emotions to become radiant and free. So it could very well be that dance, even if it's not going out to a club and dancing that way. It could just mean throw on some tunes in your own house and just go with the flow. And let's see what Universal Wisdom Oracle has to say to you. Interesting how it talked about water, and that looks exactly like a lotus flower. One of my favorite adages, I guess you could say, is talking about how even the prettiest flower, the lotus, blooms in murky, muddy waters. So if not for the deep and murkiness and the mud down below, you wouldn't have such a beautiful flower up above. Let's see to Group 4. Yeah, man. And then I will close out with Whispering Woods. One, two, three. Oh. Music of the spheres. So you're definitely being called to music. Power. Regaining your own power. Let me look up Magic Tree real quick. Here's the booklet. Music of the spheres is you are about to enter a positive and fertile period through which you will discover the secret of living an inspired and fulfilled life. In Magic Tree, you are an artist of light. You are gifted and blessed. So that all goes through back to achievement. You have you might need a creative outlet during this time, but things are going to be a-okay for you. Your reading actually doesn't even need as long as the others did because everything's just basically saying the same message repeatedly. I'm just boxing these up real quick. And then I will do Whispering Woods and you will be all set. So, what do you have to say to group 4? Say to group 4. What do you have to say to group 4? Come on. Okay. Time, embrace the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. Forbearance, do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. So that kind of goes back to the card where it says that you're going to go on a side trip. Don't worry. Caution, tread softly so as not to disturb the woodland floor. And surprises, under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. So keep in mind that there's going to be hidden gems, even if you have to go on a sort of, I kind of equate it back to gaming terminology where you have this quest line and all of a sudden it takes you on a side path you didn't expect. That side quest is going to bring you back to the main quest line and allow you to have some great success. So I hope this reading has resonated with you, and I hope that it has given you some guidance and imparted some information that you may have needed. And go ahead and leave me a comment down below letting me know if it did resonate with you. And if you have any requests for subject matter for readings, or if you have a certain focus you would like me to do for picklecards, go ahead and let me know that down below as well, and I will do my absolute best to ensure that I fulfill those requests. And with all of that said, until next time, brightest blessings and blessed be.